Good evening. Uh, it's been a long time since I've been back with a live, and I just thought that let me reintroduce myself since I'm no longer an organic marketing coach, but now I am a business storytelling coach with using elements of storytelling for uh, creating brand building, personal branding, as well as content marketing, and in some aspects also sales. So I thought I'll introduce you quickly to what it takes to be a business storyteller, especially if you're trying to use it in the domain of personal branding. Um, while there is a lot of things that you can bring together to create different kinds of stories for your businesses, to be able to communicate succinctly, to create impact, income, as well as influence. The primary things that you need to know on how to construct these stories are three parts or three elements of a story, right? Um, Let me share my screen for so that I'll be able to explain this better. So if you can see my screen right now, these are three story elements that are there. We will look at this from a perspective of 3 to 1. That means this is the last part of the story, but it is the most important bit of it. And then we'll go to the second and the first from where the story actually starts. So the first core story element that you need is a 5-second moment. This 5-second moment is a moment of revelation, realization, or change. Basically, something happens which makes you ponder, makes you think, makes you transform a little, right? These are, while these can be life changing moments as well, they don't need to be, but you need to feel something. A certain shift needs to happen for you to acknowledge that you know this is a moment that had some impact in your life. The second bit is about what's at stake, the struggle that is there in the story. Most good stories have this, and when a story does not really have it, it kind of falls flat, right? And this creates tension and interest in the story, that what does the protagonist or the hero have to lose if they don't get this right, right? um, it's a very important part. Without this, most stories fall flat. And the number one thing that most stories, or rather all stories, need to have is a setup and build up. This basically creates the environment or the ecosystem that the story is placed in, and it creates an anticipation. It introduces the characters, introduces the moment in time, introduces the setting. Where is this happening, right? And so, what does this kind of look like is that people get the setup and build up, right? Showcase what's at stake, what would happen if this did not go well, and you know 5-second moment, a moment of realization. After these three elements build up, you can add another element after this to talk about what did you learn from the story, right? So it just ties it all in together, it closes the loop, and you get a great, you know completely well rounded off story with a closed loop. So these were the three core elements of a story. I hope this was helpful. I will see you all next time. Bye.